I'm Jack McDermott, the founder and CEO of Nifty Comedians. Last year, here at NFT NYC, I gave a talk titled, Comedy NFTs Are Next. And now here today, I'm giving the talk, Comedy NFTs Are Now. Okay. First off, I'll reintroduce Nifty Comedians and what we do. Nifty Comedians is the original comedy NFT marketplace. Our marketplace, comedians mint and sell their stand-up comedy videos as NFTs. And fans can discover new comedy, gain exclusive access to our comedians, and benefit from supporting comedians. Now let's break these down. Discover new comedy. Our goal as a company is not to become the best Web3 comedy streaming platform. Our goal is to become the best place to find new comedy anywhere. At my talk last year at NFT NYC, I talked about how in 2005, Netflix was just a simple DVD mail-in company. And now, they've outcompeted the likes of ABC, CBS, NBC, and are the best place to find stand-up comedy specials. Why is that? Because they treated their comedians the absolute best, creatively. Our fans in our marketplace are not only treating comedians the absolute best, and even better, we're paying them the best. We've helped the comedians achieve on our platforms achieve 150 times per stream payout to comedians than traditional comedy streaming platforms. Gain access to comedians. When you go to a comedy show and you have a comedian that tells a joke that is just absolutely hilarious, that just gets you, and the number one thing you want to do after the show is tell them. Just go up to the comedian after the show and tell them, shoot the shit, enjoy each other's company. But the problem is, a lot of the time, these big comedians, they go into the green room, a room that excludes you, even though you're their super fan. The fact that once you buy a Nifty Comedians NFT and you have the ability to book a private show, a customized roasting session, or other comedy experiences with that comedian, means you have that green room access to that comedian you love. Benefit from supporting comedians. I talked about how increased COVID risk due to Omicron causing some comedians not to be able to make most of their money on the road, and a per stream payout of 1 cent. I've talked about both of these things at ETH Denver. And these factors are causing some of the most amazing mid-level comics to consider, staying in the business or even getting out. We hosted an amazing comedy show last night at the Broadway Comedy Club with 6 of our comedians, sold-out show which had our biggest collectors there, our investors there, really high-energy show. But at the show last night, some of our comedians talked about how they're in student loan debt. They're really struggling to pay higher rent in New York City compared to places like Philadelphia. And some of these comedians that have had comedy specials on Comedy Central, different streaming platforms, had really amazing content, but are really struggling to stay in the game. And as a collector, and some of our collectors had a really unique experience of meeting their comedians last night, talking to them, getting to know them, and the energetic experience of knowing that you're empowering these comedians to take back the value of the comedy they create and free them up creatively to create more amazing content is it's the best value for all parties. And so our mission is to not only empower comedians to take back that value of the comedy they create, but turn the stereotypical struggling comedian into the new stereotypical thriving comedian. Why are comedy NFTs now? We've onboarded over 30 comedians. As you see there, we have Chris Scopo, then in the top left, at the New York Comedy Club, we have Jaron Young. The bottom right, we have Josh Carter, who was at the show last night. He's in an iconic set, Headline Carolines. Zane Sheriff, an amazing Atlanta comedian in the Laughing Skull. J.C. Best at the very top, who's created an amazing comedy album, the first ever comedy album with digital characters that was created as an NFT on our platform, which sold out a few days ago. These amazing comedians that we've onboarded are all pushing the boundaries. People have asked us, and we actually, the genesis of the company was myself working with Mark Normand, who's opened for Amy Schumer and has created an amazing, he has a Netflix special now, and we sold some of his NFTs on OpenSea right away about a year and a half ago. And I set out on a mission. I wanted to create a platform for all kinds of emerging comedians that are pushing boundaries in the space. And we found our most success with emerging comedians that are doing just that. We've achieved 200% NFT revenue growth over the past 4 months. And the past 2 months especially, we've seen our highest NFT growth, even in this tumultuous down market we've experienced in the past month. That's because, as a platform, we have always built for the long term. We have not built for quick cash grabs, quick profile picture avatar dumps. We have built to be the next comedy streaming platform on Web3 that doesn't even feel like you're experiencing NFTs. Instead of putting your posts on Instagram and TikTok where you get a tiny percent of the ad revenue, a tiny percent of the actual value of what you create, we could take back that power on our platform. And we completely sold out of our NFTs, all of the NFTs in our marketplace a couple weeks ago. And we are partnered with Stand Up New York. Stand Up New York has hosted Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Amy Schumer, and they're actually opening up a metaverse club at Horizon Worlds. A really amazing partnership, and they're really pushing the boundaries of really amazing content, of really a high-quality comedy club in New York City. There's iconic comedians. Amy Schumer was actually there a couple months ago, just giving an open mic feedback to upcoming comics. It's all these big comedians. They want to give feedback, and they want to help comedians be in the business and grow the comedy world as a whole. Even, like I said, even through this down market, we're seeing that growth skyrocket, and we're just getting started. These are the NFT sales from our community we've empowered through NFT Sales, and we're doing a big mint today in conjunction with this talk, which we just scheduled for 2 p.m. to start this talk. We gave our private access 24 hours ago to our mint holders, but it's really exciting to see a lot of comedians coming into this space, and we're targeting onboarding over 70 comedians in the next few months. Like I said, 100% of our common NFTs sold out. It's been a great journey with all of our comedians. We've been a company since May of 2021, when we got grant funding from Polygon and Near to build on their blockchains that had low fees, that can price the collectibles, the price of a comedy show between $20 and $78, and do a lot of volume at that level. And we closed a pre-seed round with DeFi Dad, with Ryan Selkis, with the Lao, with Global Corn Research, with a lot of Web3 investors that really believe that we can really drive tons of volume to these great creators and help them get over their financial struggles, like student loans, like higher rent in New York City, and really trying to make it as comics, and really, because some of their content last night, and I'm telling you, as a lifetime comedy fan, some of the jokes on our platform are the funnier jokes, the funniest jokes that I've ever seen. And the show last night was one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. You should ask Jason OX Horn about it, who actually just minted. We just did our mint at 2 p.m. with. And now, we are moving to, as we further grow our company, we're now moving to curate our comedians' new comedy NFTs. But our curation is going to be open to all, with the only requirement is high sound and light quality shot at comedy clubs with, as a professional comedian, and as these comedians have really been through the ringer, they've worked on all their sets, and as a Web3 person, you can understand, or as a startup person, you can understand testing new materials on crowds, iterating. So all these comedians are entrepreneurs in their own right, creating their content, and we're empowering them to create on our platform. And as we further gate and curate these NFTs, our values as a company is, and all these comedians are going to see great value from our platform. Like I said, the NFT, common NFT Mint is now live. It was live at 2 p.m. We're sold out. You can, if you have service, I've been having trouble service, you can go onto our platform and collect the common NFTs now. Again, this is not a short-term cash grab. This is just truly announcing for all of our communities that we're helping to empower a long-term sustainable way that they can actually earn from the value of the commodity they create and from their biggest fans. The number one reason we see our fans buy NFTs is because they like the comedy. They want to be connected to the comedy. It connects to their sense of humor. They like showing it off to their friends and connecting with the personalized comedian. One of our biggest collectors had a conversation with one of his first NFT comedian that did an NFT, Chanel Ali, who's a great comedian that has toured nationwide and really had a really amazing experience. And that's the utility of our NFTs, is these access to these amazing comedians. And so right here, this is sort of the look of our platform, designed by expert designers who had worked at Blockfolio and BlockFi, and these just this great interface. We feel like a TikTok and Instagram, where you don't even feel like you're using NFTs until you're ready to buy an NFT and see the value of that. So that's how we're going to onboard the next 100 million users to NFT. It's through our seamless experience, and you can actually buy with credit card. You can buy with credit card. You can buy with Polygon or Matic for this mint, and then Near for future editions. So I'm really excited to be here in the collectible session, NFT NY again this year, and really excited to share our further growth at next year's NFT NYC. Thank you all very much.